The month of May will be a very exciting time for boxing fans everywhere. In an article by Brett Bloomquist of the El Paso Times, Bloomquist gives details on the card that will feature some of boxing's biggest names in Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and Teofimo Lopez in separate fights. Details of exactly how New York Times Square will be turned into a boxing venue have yet to be worked out. But on Friday, May 2nd, America's busiest intersection is set to host a massive card that includes Ryan Garcia versus Romero, Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, and Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza Jr. The fight was announced at a Tuesday press conference, where there was speculation the crowd could be the largest ever to see a boxing match, with the record being 135,132, to watch middleweight champion Tony Zale knock out Billy Pryor at Juno Park in Milwaukee in 1941. Where exactly the ring will be, where the fans will be, how many will be allowed to watch live, walkout times, and how to watch on TV. Really anything beyond the identities of the 6 fighters and 3 fights. That will be explained in the future. Here is what we know right now about the 3 fights. This will be Ryan Garcia's return from a 1-year ban for using banned substances against Haney. That was part of a number of problems, including an arrest for vandalism last summer. The winner of this could get the winner of Haney versus Ramirez later in the year. Garcia 24-1, with a 1-no contest against 20 KOs is a -900 favorite, while Romero is 16-2, with 13 coming by way of knockout is +550. Here we break down the Garcia versus Romero bout specifically, with an emphasis on their respective strengths and weaknesses. Starting with Romero. Hardly able to be labeled a conventional fighter, Romero leaves a lot to be desired in terms of traditional technique. But he does bring one amazing talent to the table.
New. No, but people didn't know, like, he actually can hit, like, when his punches was like hard.
You felt it?
Yes.
Was he the strongest punch you think you ever felt?
Facts.
Really?
Yeah.
What keeps Romero afloat despite his deficiencies is his crushing power. His shots come from odd angles, and traditional fighters are trained to defend shots from those traditional angles, which gives him an odd advantage when throwing his wild, looping punches. He has a literal puncher's chance in any fight he's in. He has a strong build for the weight class, and he's unpredictable. His weaknesses, as mentioned before, are his lack of traditional fundamentals and balance. In addition, he's also irresponsible defensively, which have cost him 2 devastating knockout losses. Fans see this matchup as Romero being served up on a platter as a result of his shortcomings, and it's up to Romero to use his unorthodox approach to throw Garcia off en route to an upset win. Meanwhile, Garcia is a huge favorite to win by a big knockout in this fight. His strengths include a height advantage in this and most fights. He is one of the best left hooks in boxing and can utilize it to the head and body with equal effectiveness. Overall, he's a superior athlete to most opponents and has a flashy, entertaining style. Romero appears tailor-made for him. However, Ryan does have weaknesses as well. Just like his mentor and promoter Oscar de la Hoya, Ryan has a similar build and nasty, fight-changing left hook. But unlike his promoter, he doesn't often employ what should be a dynamic jab. Punch stat number shows he doesn't connect on a high percentage of them, and that he often falls in love with his own power, and as a result, fails to set it up with the most important punch in the sport. As mentioned before, he appears to enjoy celebrity status more than being a straight-up fighter, can be irresponsible defensively and outside the ring as well. If he thinks he can simply stand straight up with his chin in the air, just winging left hooks for a quick KO, he could be in store for a rude awakening. Overall, this promises to be a war for as long as it lasts, and the smart money is on this one not seeing the final bell.